on the air. We do apologize for that. So 2:39 left to go. Oh, 7-7 all.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Coach Dunn and is not too happy about this. It was 2nd and 4, where the ball spotted back to the original line of scrimmage. And I think even the players are calling that. So the referees are going to meet up here. We could even hear Coach Dunn up here.
Well, they called for offsetting penalty as a holding call for Cowan and offsides for Kutztown, and looks like they will replace the ball. Looks like they were trying to tack on the 5 yards extra that the holding penalty would give, but and like you said, Coach Dunn was screaming on the far side. They're offsetting penalties, and looks like the referees finally got it right.
So after the little cluster, you know what? We've gotten things back underway here with a little over 2.5 to play. Mitchell in the gun and spread formation, drops back. Quick little route out to Cam Tarrant. He's going to be close to the first down marker.
That's included to number 0, Cam Tarrant.
And I think it's going to be 3rd and inches now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Tarrant did a great job of holding on to that one. Another big hit by this Kutztown defense, but Tarrant able to hold on, able to fall down, and like you said, it's going to be just short of that first down marker.
So 3rd and inches now for the Vulcans here. Mitchell goes under center, ace formation, and for the Vulcans. There's a snap, hands it off to McCann. He breaks a couple tackles, jukes another one, and he's still got a couple guys, and he's going to get forward progress. And there's a little bit of contact after the whistle. You got to watch that one. And with 1:33, it'll be 1st and 10 now for California on the Kutztown side of the 50-yard line, right around the 49.
McCann showing off his terrific vision. Couldn't find anything inside. Was able to just go outside and able to pick up that yards. And then after the play, you saw him talking to the referee about a little bit of pushes from a couple of the Kutztown players after the play.
Mitchell in the gun with the spread formation again. And there's going to be another penalty. So delay a game, and the Vulcans didn't see the play clock as we're stopped right at 1 minute.
46, 1st and 15.
So it'll be back to the Vulcan 46-yard line, 1st and 15 now. Mitchell reading the defense, spread formation. There's the snap, hand off to McCann. And gets about 3. So it'll be 2nd down and about 12.
And with the play clock winding down, I don't think the Vulcans don't need to run another play here in the first quarter, but looks like Mitchell is getting the signals. Maybe they want to, but that time McCann able to get forward and able to pick up about 3 or 4, like you said, and able to just find that hole.
Well, I think there's about a 1 second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so we'll see what happens here. Here as we tick under 15 seconds, and it's Mitchell sets up. There's the snap, drops back, fires. Finds Langley open and spins forward down to the 35. A 1st and 10, and that once the chains are reset, that'll probably be the end of the first quarter. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7 all here. Cal who fell behind early. Mitchell finds Jackson to tie it up.
Yeah, both teams looking particularly strong so far, especially on the defensive end. Kutztown bringing the big hits, and like we said, with the Vulcans, you saw a couple of the players complaining to the officials, and you heard Coach Dunn screaming all the way across the field at the officials. And we can't have a repeat of what the Vulcans did last week. kind of let the game get to their head a little bit, kind of started drawing back and forth with the other team, and it led to some penalties, some big penalties after the play. So that's something that the Vulcans need to do. They need to keep their cool and need to keep their head on their shoulders and not let this kind of a petty fighting after the play get to them.
Exactly. But now when we come back, it'll be 1st and 10. And as we take a look here at the PSAC schedule, well, as we look around the conference today, Gannon at Millersville, Slippery Rock at Westchester, I almost said Shepherd there. Edinburgh at Shepherd, Seton Hill at Shippensburg, Clareton at Bloomsburg, Mercyhurst at Lockhaven, and IUP at East Stroudsburg. We'll keep an eye on those scores and give you an update throughout the day. And speaking of Shepherd, the Vulcans will travel down to Shepherdstown, West Virginia next week for that one. We do have a couple score updates. Millersville trails Gannon 2-0 in the start this one. Shepherd Alto a 21-0 lead over Edinburgh. Slippery Rock and Westchester in a close one, 14-7. And as we get back underway here, Mitchell in the gun with a wing to his left. 2 receivers on the near side. Drops back and hands off on the draw play. And McCann stumbling forward, and he's going to get about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
McCann just so elusive in that backfield, able to just throw off one defender, able to just slide his way through the hole that was made by the offensive line, and able to pick up a big game. But going back to those scores, I don't know what it is with PSAC teams and safeties, but I know last week we had a ton, and now this week we have another one.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on some of these scores for you folks. 2nd down and 5 for the Vulcans. And Mitchell in the pistol now. As he hands it off to McCann again, and that one could be dropped in the backfield, but I think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's where they're going to mark him down.
Amani Justice just blew through unblocked, and it was able to just blow that one in the backfield, but McCann did another great job at just having Justice on his back and able to just dragging him forward, getting back to the line of scrimmage, and preventing the Vulcans from losing any more yards and keeping it at about a 3rd and 5.
So trips near side, a wing to his right. Mitchell lines up in the pistol. Doesn't like what he sees, calls an audible. Now he sets up in the gun. Hand off to McCann once again, up the middle. McCann fighting forward still a little. And he's going to get about 3 on the draw play. Tom Greasy on the stop. As that'll bring up about a 4th and 3 now.
Brings up 4th and about 3.
4th and 3, and it looks like the Vulcans are going to keep the offense on the field here. So let's see. As you can hear, the Kutztown fans getting loud here. But as the Vulcans also traveled well. So spread and offense, and there's a penalty marker. Find out what the call is. That one going against Basham again.
On the walk off, the ball was marked at the 33.
So let's see what the Vulcans do here.
Very similar to Kutztown in the first quarter. Too close for a punt, and we know Biko is terrific at kicking field goals, but the Vulcans just trying to maybe pull off something similar to what Kutztown did in the first quarter and pick up that 1st down, and that led to their first score of the game, so the Vulcans looking to do the same here.
Mitchell drops back, and he's going to let this one fly into double coverage and just over the head of Langley. And that's going to be turnover on downs, and Kutztown will take over at their own 33-yard line.
Mitchell had the right idea there, trying to find Langley, just fit that one in, trying to fit it in where the 2 defenders covering couldn't get it, but left that one just a bit too high, and this is the downside of going for it on 4th down, especially when you could have maybe potentially kicked the field goal, as you don't convert it, and now you give Kutztown decent field position to start their next possession.
So the Vulcan is going to have to go make a stand on defense now. Now, with 2:12 left to go here or 2:22 or 12:22 in the second quarter, there's a screen pass, and that one's going to get blown up in the backfield. As the Vulcans are going to swarm around on Davis once again for the stop.
By number 28, Jacob Siegel.
We can take a look. I have some first quarter stats here between both teams. Eric McCann, 10 rushes for 55 yards in the first quarter. And then another thing to look at, third down conversions, 3 for 4 for the Vulcans, 0 for 2 for Kutztown.
Head formation here for Kutztown. Old Blaine doesn't like what he sees. Goes to the audible, sets up in the gun. Vulcan's going to bring a few rushers and swatted away by number 40, Gabe Miller, on that one. And timed the snap up, jumped over alignment, and swatted that one away. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 now with 11:38 to go here in the first half.
And that's why you can't put running backs on Gabe Miller. You need to have offensive linemen, or you need to double him, because he was able to blow up that line or the running back and able to jump up and force that pass to go astray. It's going to lead to a 3rd and long for the Kutztown.
So you can hear the Vulcan faithful trying to rally the troops here. There are trips on the far side. Blaine drops back, lets it fly in and out of his hands. And as number 15, ISO on the DB on the coverage for the Vulcans makes the stop. That'll bring up 4th and long now for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Isom did a great job at just staying close to Jake Novak and forcing him to try to extend to receive that catch, and that one just too far for Novak, and is going to end up incomplete. And the Vulcans doing a great job of getting their defense off the field.
And there's the kick away. Tarrant back at his own 30 makes the catch. And he's going to go to the far side, turns up field, and brought down around the 29-yard line. And so a return of about 6 yards for the Vulcans there. And it'll give them 1st and 10 right around their own 30.
Another possession for the Vulcans where they have decent field position. And this last time they weren't able to capitalize, fell short on going for that 4th down attempt around the 30-yard line of Kutztown. So maybe this time we can see a difference for the Vulcans with 11:24 left to play here in the first half.
So the Vulcans will send out Noah Mitchell once again, and he's got twins on the far side, twins on the near side, and loaning run back in the pistol. Takes a snap up, fakes the handoff off, looking for a man, and throws it into the Vulcan stands. Was looking for Jaquay Jackson on the play there.
I think there was a little bit of miscommunication there. Jackson just kind of sitting there potentially for the bubble, and I think he was trying to find Tarrant going for that out route, but Tarrant, I think, either ran the wrong route or not the route that Mitchell thought he was going to run, and Mitchell, wise, not letting the defenders get to him, just threw that one away.
11:19 left to go here in the first half. 7-7 still the score. Mitchell with a wing to his left. Takes the snap, hands off to McCann, and he gets a tripped up the line of scrimmage, but it looks like he was able to leap forward for a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
By Justice, number 93, Tom Pellegrino.
That'll bring up 3rd and 9 now for the Vulcans.
Gain to the 30, 3rd and 9.
The Vulcans find themselves in the 3rd and long, like you said, last quarter, able to convert on a majority of their 3rd down plays, but looks like Mitchell calling the play at the line, just trying to change something here.
The Vulcans got to hurry here with 5 seconds on the play clock. 2-1 gets a snap off Mitchell. Gonna let it fly. Finds Jackson on the far side. He's gonna cut across midfield. Gets the 1st down and then some. And is right around on midfield, just past the 45 of the Vulcans. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for Cal U at the 48-yard line.
Jackson just so clinical with his routes, able to just find enough space from the defender, able to pick that one up just shy of the first down marker and able to turn himself upfield and gain about 5 or 6 more after that play.
Mitchell in the pistol, all spread formation, and once again, takes the snap out, hands off to McCann. He's got a lane to run, and he's going to take a couple guys with him. And for about a gain of 1 or 2. He's 2nd down and 9. And with 9:40 to go here in the first half. Mitchell trying to get the Vulcans to the end zone once again.
The Vulcans now switching out their running backs is McCann with a couple plays. Now they're bringing Devontae Williams, who we saw a couple times last week, had a couple decent runs. And just it's always good to keep both of your running backs fresh.
There's the snap, fakes the handoff, pass to the near sideline, and it's just out the reach of Langley.
You could hear the coaches next to us banging as he had Willis wide open on that far side, and the pass by Mitchell just too high for him. And it's not something we say quite often. Mitchell inaccurate with his passes, usually fairly precise, but that one just too high for Willis to pull in.
So 9:21 left to go here in the first half. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 tight, and a receiver on a near. They're lone running back in the gun. Mitchell drops back, lets it fly across the field, and it's picked off by Kutztown, but he's going to be brought down by Willis. And that just re-energizes Reed Stadium here.
I think it's another case of miscommunication. Mitchell trying to find his intended target in Edenfield, but that time Edenfield, I think, didn't run the route that Mitchell thought he was, because Mitchell threw that way behind him as it looked like Edenfield was just streaking up the middle of the field. Mitchell was caught staring down his receiver too long and threw that one directly into the hands of the Kutztown defender. It's going to be the first turnover here for Cal.
9:16 to go here in the first half, and the Golden Bears will start at midfield. Blaine trips on the far side, a tight on the left. There's the snap, hands it off to Davis, and he's going to be swarmed by the Vulcans once again. And then who else? Noah Dillo on the play.
This Vulcans defense has been outstanding so far. Gave up a little bloop there in that first possession, but ever since then have been phenomenal, just completely nullifying this running game from Kutztown and forcing them into a lossing of yards every time they try to run.
Pretty much the same formation as last one. Trips on the far, or lone running back to the left, tight on the right. The Vulcans are going to rush it. Blaine's going to have to step up and make a play, but he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by number 1 Noah Hamlin. And as Hamlin closing in on him, and Matt Toby was coming in close nearby.
Yeah, they did a great job at tracking down Blaine, keeping him from turning that one upfield, because he looked like he maybe was able to pick up some more yardage, but Hamlin and Dillo able to bring him down, and it's going to be a 3rd and long here for Kutztown.
Blaine and this Golden Bear offense, and it's 3rd and 11 as we tick down to 8 minutes. Spread formation and in the gun. Blaine takes the snap, drops back. It's going to go on the run. Here comes Noah Dillo. Oh, and he's just going to get that one away. And there's a flag on the play. So hold your horses. Let's find out what the call is here.
And they're going to call holding call. A lead from this one from the close ref, but we can see what the referee.
So it's going to be a first down, and we saw how this hurt the Vulcans last time they gave up a penalty like this. They gave up the opening score.
And they're going to catch Noah Hamlin again on that holding call, but like you said, it was a good opportunity for Kutztown to get off, or for Cal to get off the field. But now Kutztown back out there with the offense once again.
Ace formation now all for Kutztown. Oh, the receiver in motion. Hands it off to Davis up the middle, and he's going to leap forward for about 5. They've brought down by Gabe Miller.
And this is where the Vulcans' mental has to be strong. They can't let these penalties that they're giving up affect them, and they need to be able to do their job and able to get themselves off the field again, because like we saw the last time they were able to get a stop, they gave up a penalty on that 4th down, which, like you said, did lead to that touchdown. So they need to be able to not let that affect them and able to get themselves off the field here.
Ends near side. 2 tight 8 formation for Kutztown as they hand it off to Davis once again and up the middle. Or excuse me.
By 42, Josh Miller.
As Josh Miller with the tackle. Oh, that was Davis and McNeil on the carry. Sorry about that.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 now, all for Kutztown. Now threatening to enter the red zone once again. One running back, 2 tights, and a receiver. 2 receivers, 1 in motion. Sets up as a wing. Hand off up the middle. That's going to be a first down. On is Noah Dillo with the tackle for the Vulcans.
Good play call from Kutztown. Just brought that wide receiver in tight to just try to create a wedge for Davis to run there and able to push past the first down marker and gain a little bit more, and pushing Kutztown closer to another score.
6 minutes to go here in the first half. Blaine sets up, trips on the far side, and 1 on the near in the pistol. Receiver in motion. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. There's a pass, looking into the end zone and just over the head of his receiver. And that'll be 2nd down and 10.
That was a couple times so far this game we've seen him try to find number 85, Jerome Cap. That we saw one earlier where he dropped the ball when he was wide open in the middle of the field. That time the throw by Blaine just too far over the head of Cap, and the Vulcans, I think, catch another break as that one. If the pass was accurate from Blaine, that would have been another touchdown.
So a couple quick substitutions now for Cal U. Blaine and sets up in the pistol. Old 2 on the far side and a tight and 1 near as the running back goes in motion here. Here slings it across the middle, popped up, and if Mormon doesn't trip, I think we have an interception for the Vulcans, and he's going to see that one in his sleep tonight.
Yeah, those defensive backs, they practice that all the time, the tip drill. It looks like Mormon was coming in to aid on the tackle, and his momentum just brought him too far forward, so he wasn't able to recover and get back in time. The Vulcans unlucky there as Mormon just caught up a bit too far.
3rd down and 10 now for Kutztown. On Blaine in the gun. And twins on the far side, a tight and receiver on the near, running back to his right.
And if you're Kutztown here, we saw this earlier. I think this is 2-down territory for him as we saw him go for 4th down earlier.
He's going to hand it off to Davis McNeil. And he's going to get stopped right there in the backfield. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but regardless, it's 4th down. Should see the kicking unit at 4th down. But it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there once again. And we saw this pay off for Kutztown last time, and where they drew the penalty and then ended up scoring as the clock continues to tick here under 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the respect they have in their offense or the concern they have in their kicker. But like they said, the last time they were out there, they were able to score on that possession, and they keep the offense out there again.
Clock continues to tick, and they're going to call timeout with 1 second left to go on the play clock. So I think they were trying to get Cal U to jump off again. But that didn't work this time. The Vulcans are going to make the Golden Bears burn another timeout here. So the Vulcans will head to the timeout. I'll talk things over, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the kicker here for Kutztown.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened when the Vulcans attempted to go for it. They weren't able to get the first down, but and even so, if they aren't able to convert, it gives the Vulcans great field position, and they must have extreme confidence in their offense to convert this. 4th down and 10 in their own inside the opponent's 30-yard line, and as I said, it's too close to attempt a punt, but it looks like their confidence in their kicker, Coppolino, doesn't outweigh their confidence in their offense, and they're going to send them back out there for the 4th down.
So they're going to keep the offense out here. Here, as John said, Ed Blaine with 2 receivers on both sides, a running back to his left. So let's see what the Golden Bears have drawn up here. Blaine takes the snap, drops back. It's going to be rushed, and it's a hit as he throws, but it's going to be a first down for Kutztown.
Blaine did a phenomenal job there at absorbing the pressure and not letting that affect his throws, able to find his receiver over the middle, and the Golden Bears able to convert another 4th down, and we saw what happened last time, and they're looking to do it again here.
So the Vulcans going to have to find a way to stop this Golden Bear offense. And in motion for Kutztown. Low snap, hands it off to Davis McNeil, up the middle, about 3 or 4 on the play.
And if you're Kutztown, this is the perfect scenario here. Running down the clock, you kicked off to start the game, so if you're able to get at least any points on the board, you're at least guaranteed 3 if the drive stalls out, and you get the ball back starting in the second half. So it's a good chance for Kutztown to swing the game.
First or second down on this. Davis McNeil takes the handoff, tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, gets about 2 or 3 on the play again. As Derek Clorboy, he comes up with the tackle for the Vulcans.
3rd and 3
now here, and that's going to go quickly.
And the quick snap, it's going to be close to the first down.
Hit by number 30, Noah Dillo.
There's Noah Dillo once again with another stop. And it's going to be 4th and goal now. Looks like they're going to go for it. Ace formation is the Vulcans stack the line. Quarterback sneak, and the ball comes out. The ball comes out. So let's see what they say here.
The Vulcans got it.
The Vulcans recover the fumble.
Has been recovered by California.
And even if he didn't fumble, I don't think he got it. I think he fell immediately after Blaine fell immediately after he got the snap. I don't even think he would have got it with the rush alone, not let alone with the fumble. And the Vulcans now with maybe one final chance to score here in the first half.
Yeah. So that's gonna with the turnover here. The Vulcans going to hurry up onto the field with 3:10 left to go. I didn't see the ball come out, but we could hear the coaches in the box next door. We're screaming ball, ball, ball. As you see, all the defense coming out. But here comes Noah Mitchell with the offense once again. And hand off to McCann and up the middle. Gets a pretty good gain on that one and gets across the 10 down to the 11. And so that'll be second down on and about 4.
Just gives the Vulcans some more breathing room. But like I said, I don't even think Blaine would have gotten the first down anyway, because it looks like he got the ball and just fell down immediately because thought he got enough yardage. But the Vulcans catch a break, able to get the ball back, and McCann, like I said, did a great job of getting the Vulcans some breathing room. And looks like there's going to be a whistle blown by the referee.
Looks like we have a stop. The clock is stuck here. So 2:41. So with a little over 2.5 to play here. So you're going to start seeing the Vulcans with their 2-minute offense try to rush down the field, get the score before the half, at least to get Vico within range.
Yeah, we know Vico has a long range, able to make it from pretty much anywhere. Vulcans still have all 3 of their timeouts as well, so they still have plenty of time to work with here.
So as we're back underway, Mitchell hands it off to McCann again, gets a lane, dives forward, third for about 2. It will be a third down and about 4.
And the Vulcans very conservative after that last possession with Mitchell's interception, and with less than 3 minutes left in the first half. I'm surprised we don't see Mitchell out here trying to throw, but yet again, if you do turn the ball over here, it's so close to your own end zone that you don't want to give Kutztown another chance.
Mitchell in the gun, and two on the far side. Drops back, lets it fly. To Jaquay Jackson, who has the first down on and then some. It's going to stop the clock here for the moment as we tick under 2 minutes with 1:56 to go here exactly. Mitchell in a hurry up sends Edenfield in motion.
We saw that a lot from last week. Jackson able to just find the pocket, able to make the catch, and able to get the first down.
Mitchell takes the snap, drops back, gets a rusher, or is going to step up on a quick play, in and out of his hands. McCann, and can't believe he dropped that one on an easy toss play.
I think the best part of this is that we can not only hear the coaches talking next door to us, but we can hear them pounding after a bad play. That time McCann just let that one slip, had it in his hands, and just let it drop. But maybe save the Vulcans in a way, as he would have gotten hit big in the middle of the field and took away a lot of the time that the Vulcans have left.
1:38 to go. Mitchell drops back. Steps up in the pocket, finds McCann again, and this time makes the catch and brings it up in for about a gain of 2. Who third down and 8 with 1:25 left to go.
Great coverage by Kutztown. All the wide receivers from Cal covered, and Mitchell went with the check down. McCann unable to break the tackle there, and now the Vulcans running out of time here. About 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
Mitchell in the gun, spread formation, and 2 receivers on the near side. Tight on the left with 1 receiver, McCann, the running back. As the clock ticks under a minute now, about 50 seconds left to go. And it looks like the Vulcans are going to burn a timeout.
And not quite sure what they want to do here. At this point, it seems pretty clear that they're just trying to chew as much clock up as possible and just try to go into halftime tied. But to me, at least, I thought this was a great chance for the Vulcans to try to jump ahead and try to maybe potentially get the lead going into half. You have Mitchell. You have about 3 minutes left. You have all your timeouts. I thought that was the chance for the Vulcans to try to go for it and try to take this game by the scruff of the neck. I was surprised whenever they came out running with less than 3 minutes to go. I thought the Vulcans would have tried to get downfield as quickly as possible and then run it down. But let's see what Coach Dunn has called inside the huddle. At this point, it seems pretty obvious. Dunn took that timeout to just prevent the penalty to be given. They do have 2 timeouts left, and I just see them probably running the ball here. Looks like they will come out in the shotgun, but I'm not quite sure what they're going to be going with here.
So Mitchell in the gun. And spread formation once again. Checks down. And he has Jackson in out as the lone receiver with Edenfield. Old Terrence Langley on the near side. Drops back. Mitchell's going to roll. Throws it downfield. Finds Jackson and pulls it in. And steps out of bounds for the first down on Jaquay Jackson, and gets the Vulcans closer and closer to midfield. That'll stop the clock with 39 seconds to go.
Mitchell and Jackson on the same page there. Mitchell rolling out to his right. Jackson, after running his route, is able to come back and find the space, able to make the catch, get out of bounds for the first down. But like I said, I'm still surprised as the clock is still running as they're trying to reset it. But I'm surprised that even in the last play they wasted so much time. And if you're still trying to go for it and you're still trying to make your way down the field, then why would you waste about 40 seconds in the last play and use up pretty much all of your time?
So that'll stop the clock So the clock will be reset to 38 seconds here. So I'll give the Vulcans an extra 5 seconds to breathe here. And here we go. 4 wide for the Vulcans. Mitchell doesn't like what he sees, calls an audible. Sets up. It's going to have McCann go to his right now. There's the snap, drops back. Mitchell steps up, lets it fly across the field. Fine, and it's Jaquay Jackson, and he's going to, with forward progress, is going to be stopped right around the 35 of Kutztown with 29 seconds to go here in the half.
Same thing as the last play. Mitchell rolling out to his right after that pressure gets to him, able to break the pocket, and Jackson able to come back and make that catch. Tried to get out of bounds to stop the clock, but wasn't able to do so.
So we're going to get a timeout, Kutztown. So I know if you're Kutztown, you can't be liking what you saw here.
Yeah, if you're Kutztown, this is not a moment to have just a lapse in your play. You can't let the Vulcans drive down the entirety of the field pretty much in the last 40 seconds because the Vulcans just ran the ball, just trying to run out of the time, but they were able to find 2 big plays. Mitchell able to find Jackson both times, able to work their way down the field, and I think with maybe 1 or 2 more plays, able to at least get into field goal range for Bico.
So while we got a moment here, let's take a look around the PSAC real quick. Gannon now all leads Millersville 9-0. Shepherd running away with this one and in close to halftime as well, 28-7. Slippery Rock and Westchester still at 14-7, but the rest of the games yet to start today. So we'll keep you updated with that later on. As the Vulcans come back out here with 29 seconds left to go here in the first half on the Kutztown side of the 50 now. As you hear the Kutztown loyalist getting rowdy here, trying to rally the troops.
And they need to, because Kutztown begin up a few big plays.
Mitchell drops back, fires in and out of his hands of Langley. And I thought we were going to see a late hit call as Langley got hit late there, and I mean late.
That's 2 plays now this drive that the Vulcans unable to make the catch. Langley maybe better form, because if he catches that, I don't think he holds on to it either way. But the Vulcans now just need to get what's given to them and just try to get into field goal range for Bico unless they find something huge here on this play.
Mitchell trips near side, drops back. Has all day to throw, steps up in the pocket, and avoids a couple defenders, dumps it off now out of McCann. And McCann jukes him and comes inside. Now he's inside the 20. And he's taking a couple defenders with it. And it's the 1st and 10 and for the Vulcans with 11 seconds. And now all at the 20-yard line. And they'll just spike it there to save a couple timeouts with 9 seconds to go.
You got 9 seconds. You have the potential, I think, at least 2 plays. And if you're able to get it close, but they have to be quick here. If you're the Vulcans, they didn't want to use up any of their timeouts. They still have 2 timeouts, but they only have 9 seconds. Looks like they're going to send a couple receivers out here.
So Tarrant on the near side here for the Vulcans. Jackson on the far. Keep an eye on those guys.
Kutztown fans now getting even more loud, just trying to get this defense up and going and just try to get keep things tied here going into half.
Mitchell drops back, looking for him, and throws into the corner, in and out of the hands of Jaquay Jackson. Almost intercepted, but Jackson was looking for it on the tip drill. 5 seconds to go. And it looks like the Vulcans are going to play it safe here, and they're going to send out the kicking unit with 5 seconds left to go in the first half.
You don't want to leave any points on the board here. Bico going to come out. We know he has a terrific leg, and potentially if he's able to make this one, able to give you the lead going into half, but that one nearly tragic, as we all know that he's trying to find Jaquay Jackson there. It was number 3, Antoine Lloyd, able to jump the route and nearly pick that one off.
So 35-yard attempt, Beatco's kick up, and it's good. The Vulcans take their first lead of the day, a 10-7, and as the end, that'll be the end of the first half. Vulcans lead it at 10-7, and so there's going to be a lot to talk about this one. I guarantee Coach Dunn's going to have some words for those guys in the locker room.
Yeah, we see all our coaches coming out of the booth next to us, just sprinting down, trying to get down to the field. And if you're the Vulcans, you got to keep your head on your shoulders here. You're going in the halftime with the lead. Your defense has been playing phenomenally, and you just need to be able to build on that going into the second half.
So we're going to take a break. We'll be back after that. Is here on CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
More attractions. More fear. Survive the clowns in Twisted Nightmare 3D. Experience more scares than ever before. Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park is now open. Get your tickets now at hauntedhillsestate.com.
Welcome back to Andre Reed Stadium here on the campus of Kutztown University, where the Vulcans lead at 10-7 in your score. Or John, while we got a quick second here, let's take a look at some of the halftime stats.
Yeah, for the Vulcans, leading in yards of all kinds, 140 on the air for them, 34 for Kutztown. On the ground, 61 for the Vulcans on 18 attempts, 56 on 15, 201 total yards for the Vulcans, 90 for Kutztown. There's we can look at the penalty yards, 5 for the Vulcans for 40 yards, and 1 for 10 for Kutztown. Vulcans leading in time of possession, 19 seconds for the Vulcans, 11:41 for Kutztown. Noah Mitchell, 140 yards in the first half, pushing him about 169 yards away from the all-time school record.
And Beatco set to kick this one off, and he kicks it deep inside the 5, right around the 1.
Number 2, Curtis Ravenel on the
and as he runs in his own man, and that was number 2, who Curtis Ronell, old junior, on the return, runs into his own man there, and that'll set up the Golden Bears right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he ran into his own player, like you said, Ryan Wetzel, which kind of just took him out with a big hit. But going back to some more halftime stats for the Vulcans, Eric McCann, 15 rushes for 54 yards. Noah Mitchell, 11 for 20 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jaquay Jackson, 5 catches for 86 yards and that touchdown.
So Blaine sets up in the gun once again. And, sets up in the pistol. There's the snap, handoff. Off, bounces to the outside. Jordan Davis on the carry, and he's going to be swarmed by the Vulcan defense once again. And as he stopped off right just behind the line, and maybe a loss of a couple inches, that'll be second down and a long 10 to go.
Vulcans doing exactly what they did in the first half, just swarming that outside edge, setting the edge out there, and then having the linebackers track it down and keeping the rushing to a minimum.
There's a snap, Blaine, and almost hit as he throws it right at the feet of his receiver, or to get it away, but had some pressure coming from on that Vulcan defense once again. That's the problem when you go to the screen pass.
Third down.
I think even then, we saw from the Vulcans in the first half a little bit of miscommunication between the receivers and the quarterback. That time, Blaine set up the screen, but it didn't even look like any of his receivers came back to receive it. And then, like you said, the Vulcans just had free pressure, and he had to throw that one away.
Third and 10 now. Just under 14 and a half to go in the third quarter. Trips on the near side, lone running receiver on the far. All right, and here comes the pressure as Blaine's got to throw it on the run. And knocked out of bounds by Dominic Solomon Jr. Dropping the hit stick on that one.
Solomon Jr. just flattened him out. And when we were in our hotel earlier, I was talking to his mom a little bit outside, and she said that he was going to have a big game, and there he is. He just absolutely lays him out there, knocking him out of bounds, just shy, a few yards shy of the first down marker, and it's going to force the punt unit out of Kutztown.
So 4th and 6 to go here for Kutztown, but it looks like the Vulcans are going to bring the house on this one. And it nearly got it. And Cam Tarrant will watch this one bounce, and he'll take it from the 35, gets a couple blocks, and gets forward to about the 36, 37, so 2-yard return.
Yeah, Kutztown not doing a great job whenever they do punt of absorbing that pressure. That's a couple times now where the Vulcans nearly able, like you said, to send the house and almost able to block the punt, but luckily they were able to get it off that time, and the Vulcans now taking over possession with a good field position on their own 36 and looking to drive and extend their lead even further.
And Jackson Clark with the linebacker almost blocking that one, I believe, was the for early Cal U, but Noah Mitchell will take over here from his own 37. And there's a snap, handoff up the middle. McCann the third, and he breaks a couple tackles before being brought down. It looks like he's going to get the first down on so it'll be 1st and 10 again now from the 45 now. Or excuse me, the 46.
McCann has just been so fun to watch. I believe he won the Vulcan Male Athlete of the Week last week after his performance against Fairmont State, and he's well on his way to getting that here again as we hear the Kutztown fans starting some sort of chant down below us here.
I think one of the band members had a birthday today is what they were talking about. As McCann takes that one, hits a couple guys and rolls forward. For a gain of about 1. As they're going to say he's down so he got about it. They're going to say his knee was down right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now, all with 12 and a half to go.
And that time again, McCann just so powerful in his run, able to get down low, meet the defender head on, and able to run him over, but isn't able to find a lane to work his way up in, and gets brought down with for no gain on that play.
Mitchell takes the snap, drops back, finds a man, and jukes a couple and gets some extra yardage. Got the first down and then some. That's going to be number 81, Eric Wills, the third on the reception there. They're about 11-yard gain for the Vulcans, now inside Kutztown territory.
Willis just with that curl route, able to make his way back and snag that one in, and able to work his way past 1 or 2 defenders there and work his way past the first down marker, and able to move the chains here for the Vulcans once again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line of Kutztown. On trips on for the Vulcans under center. There's the handoff to McCann, and as he jumps forward, hits the first defender, and bounces into the outside, gets a couple extra yards, and he'll be stopped right on the 40, so about a gain of 3.
Number 7, Cody Scher.
And again, that's just another example of McCann's power. It gets matched in the hole by a few Kutztown defenders, and is able to bounce off of one and able to just turn his legs forward and able to fall forward to get a couple.
So 2nd down and 8 to go. So for Cal U. Mitchell sets up in the gun, and 2 on the far side, a tight end receiver on the near. Drops back. Steps up, fakes it, and he's going to step forward, and he's going to be sacked for a long loss on the play. Hey, that's going to be number 93. As Tom Pellegrino gets the sack for the Golden Bears. There's first time today that we've said that Kutztown defense was able to get to Mitchell.
And Mitchell just trying to step up into the pocket, extend the play, but none of his receivers able to get their way open. Terrific coverage by Kutztown and Mitchell. We saw him a little bit earlier just making stuff happen with his feet. That time just got chased down behind from Pellegrino. Is going to end up getting sacked and set up a 3rd and long here for the Vulcans.
Mitchell, now, it's 3rd and 9. And Mitchell drops back, lets it flop. He finds his receiver, goes to number 12, old Jackson Daughtry. He on the cat, and it's as he steps out of bounds. It'll be 4th and about 4, I'd say.
Both teams here this game not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Maybe this one a little bit too far out of the range of Beatco. But the Vulcans out there once again. We saw it a couple times from Kutztown in the first half. And we saw the Vulcans convert on their 4th down, or not able to convert on the 4th down in the first half.
Mitchell throws it. It finds Jackson for the first down and then some. Inside the 30, brought down around the 26-yard line in a Kutztown. It'll be 1st and 10 and with a new set of downs.
Great play call from the Vulcans. He just had a Tarrant there running that drag route across and able to get his way open, able to get the catch, able to make the first down and keep this possession alive for the Vulcans as they find themselves deep inside Kutztown territory.
Under 9.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Twin backs for Mitchell. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. There's the snap, hand off to McCann up the middle. He gets a lane and gets a pretty good gain out of that. I'd say about a gain of 4 or 5 out of the play.
And something that doesn't get talked about a lot, but the unsung heroes of the team, the offensive line for the Vulcans has been absolutely phenomenal in this game. It looks like a Vulcan did go down injured on that play. I believe it is McCann getting a little bit shaken up after that tackle. He's going to receive some medical attention from the trainers of the Vulcans.
So we're going to wait and see what happens on to McCann here. Going to take a look at some scores around on the conference here. As Millersville now on the board, 9-3 in that one. Excuse me, folks. Shepherd leading Edinburgh 28-7. Westchester and Slippery Rock still 14-7 there. And no update from Shippensburg or Seton Hill yet.
Then we can take a look for the Vulcans. We can talk about their upcoming schedule after their win against Fairmont State and today against Kutztown. Next week, travel to Shepherd to face off against Shepherd at noon. And then after that, host Edinburgh. Following that will be 2 away games in a row at Clarion and at IUP. At Clarion, then they'll be home for IUP. And after that, they will be traveling to Seton Hill to face off in a later game on that one at 6 p.m. And then after that, it'll be homecoming week against Slippery Rock. Always going to be a good matchup there. And then we're going to traveling away to Mercyhurst. And we follow up with 2 home games in a row against Gannon and East Stroudsburg to finish off the schedule for the Vulcans.
And McCann back to his feet now. As he's going to walk off the field under his own power. Everybody's a little slow to get off.
And that's going to be a big blow for the Vulcans. But even last week, we saw them do pretty well with the carousel of backs that they were running out with. They had McCann, they had Malik McGriff, they had Devontae Williams all running out there, and all did fairly well in their attempts. But it's going to be a huge blow for the Vulcans, as McCann has been absolutely phenomenal so far this season.
And it looks like McGriff's going to come into the game for the Vulcans to be the running back of choice here. This man goes in motion, hands it off to McGriff.
Number 25, Devontae Williams.
Devontae Williams will be the running back here. Here gets a gain of about 1. It's going to bring about 3rd and 4.
Down by 21, Marquis Lewis.
So Marquis Willis will make the tackle for Kutztown.
Vulcans now inside of Beco's field goal range to just make sure they're smart with the ball. I need to be able to hang on to it, and while they look for this first down here, but just need to make sure that they're able to protect the ball here so they can try to extend their lead here over Kutztown.
There's the snap. Mitchell drops back, finds Jackson, and gets the first down and falls forward. Inside the 15. The Vulcans threatening inside the red zone here. It's a score or 10-7 still with under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter.
I mean, how many times have we said that last week and this week? Mitchell to Jackson has just been lights out. That time Jackson able to make that drag route inside, able to find the end and able to dive his way forward for the first down and keep this Vulcan possession alive.
Williams in the power eye. Mitchell under center. I'll hand it off to Williams. He'll run it up the middle, finds a lane, stumbles forward across the 10 and inside down at around the 9 as we have someone down on.
It's like it's Noah Mitchell down for the Vulcan. Just messed up something on that handoff there. Looks like he's very frustrated.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious as Mitchell on the afternoon come into the game with 174 yards passing and a touchdown already. So the backup quarterback for the Vulcans here today.
We saw Wyatt Hurt last week coming in that one play that Mitchell went out injured and was able to throw that 50-yard touchdown on his first play, but just unlucky and for Mitchell. I think he may have rolled. Looks like the trainers out there attending to the lower body, the calf and the ankle, maybe rolled something when he was handing that ball off, because you saw it right away. As soon as he handed that ball off, he went straight down and just started getting frustrated, punching the ground because of what happened.
Hopefully nothing more than a cramp. While we have a moment, let's take a look at some of the defensive stats so far for California. As we look here, tackling and go figure, leading the way once again, Noah Dillo, Gabe Miller, and Matt Toby, as quarterback Noah Mitchell walks off the field under his own power. So hopefully nothing too serious, and the Vulcans can punch it in here while Mitchell is attended to.
Yeah, hopefully Vulcans, like you said, able to get this one in, find themselves on about the 8-yard line of the Golden Bears, and in comes Wyatt Hurt for the Vulcans at quarterback.
Hurt under center, puts a man in motion and snap up, hands it off to Devontae Williams. He's swallowed up by that defense there, but it looks like he's going to get a gain of 1, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3 on the play.
Brought down by number 23, Nigel Wilson.
Looks like Hurt is still going to remain out there while Mitchell receives some attentions. Now it's time for Hurt to try to punch this one in for the Vulcans and try to extend this lead even further, and if not, just like I said earlier, need to do a good job at keeping this ball secure and not turning it over so far or so deep inside of Kutztown territory.
Hurt's going to roll to the near side, fires into the end zone, and just over the hands of Jackson Daughtry, right there in the back of the end zone. So it's going to, and that's going to be 4th down, so they're going to send out the field goal unit.
Yeah, he had him there, Hurt, rolling out to his left, had Daughtry wide open, but that pass just too high for him, and it's just a missed opportunity from the Vulcans. Looks like they will send out Biko to extend this lead to 6.
Yeah, Biko already made 1 for 1 on the day already from 36. Kick is up and good. So that'll make the score 13-7, and with 6:18 to go here in the third quarter, the Vulcans lead it.
That was another good drive from the Vulcans, able to mix both pass and run. They're doing a good job at keeping the Kutztown defense busy and keeping them guessing. But that injury to Mitchell, not terrific for the Vulcans on that one, but at the end of the day, they are able to get 3 points off of that drive and send out that terrific defense who has after that first possession has kept Kutztown quiet.
So hopefully everything's okay with Mitchell. I haven't seen him stirring around on the sideline just yet. And here comes the kickoff team for the Vulcans now.
Will kick off.
Anthony Beatco to kick for the Vulcans.
And Helden are the deep back.
Holding back deep for Kutztown, and that one's going to go way back into the end zone and out the backside for a touchback, and that'll bring the ball out to the 20.
The Bears will take over. First and 10.
Now comes this terrific Vulcans defense. Like we said, it's just been lights out all night. Have just kept the offense of Kutztown to a minimum, and they've just been doing a great job at keeping this run game down. Kutztown haven't been able to pick up good yardage early on in the drive on these runs, and has forced them into a lot of third and long situations where they're not comfortable with throwing the ball, and the Vulcans have been able to get off the field very quickly in most of these drives.
And that's been the major thing here so far. Quarterback Blaine comes out once again for the Golden Bears. Vulcan's going to line up in the 4-3 in front, it looks like. I think there's a snap, hand off to Davis McLeod.
Number 26, Darrell Davis McNeil on the carry.
Or McNeil on the carry.
Brought down by
For a gain of about 2 or 3. He is Noah Dillo makes the tackle. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And again, just no holes opening up for Kutztown, just not able to run the ball like they want to and like they were able to last week. And like I said, this time Vulcan's doing a terrific job at just keeping these rushing yards to a minimum and forcing Kutztown into these second and longs, third and long situations.
Blaine takes the snap, hands off to Davis McLeod again. And here comes Dominic Solomon Jr. on the tackle for the Vulcans once again. And as he makes the stop there, as we tick under 5.5, we got another Vulcan down on the field.
Looks like that is Solomon Jr. in the backfield once again, or in the backfield going down injured, and you saw it after he was bursting through and helped make that tackle on the last play. Just pulled up, and it looks like he is going to limp himself off the field here. So good to see him make his way to his feet, but it looks like he's going to head out, and the Vulcans look to talk this over and try to get this, try to make this play right and get the defense off the field here.
5:25 left to go here in the third quarter. 13-7 the Vulcans lead. Kutztown looking to answer here. Third down and 7 to go.
You see a couple of Vulcans linebackers showing blitz here, so we can maybe see which one of them is actually going to go.
There's the snap. Blaine drops down. There's a late flag on the play on that one, and I don't know about that one. And Hamlin and the defender is going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar once again. And so hold everything.
Yeah, that's going to be the third one this game for Hamlin, as both players going back and forth with the hands, just trying to push each other, trying to gain that leverage. And again, like you said, that was a late flag. As we up here saw a lot of the Kutztown players and the coaches just yelling at the referee, trying to get that flag called, and he does so at the very end. But that's going to be another one for Hamlin. That's going to be his third of the game.
And Coach Dunn cannot be happy about that one, but that flag came in way, way late. So 1st and 10 now from the 43. Blaine in the pistol formation, trips to his left. Now he sends a receiver to the near side. A hand off up to the middle to Davis McNeil. And he'll get a gain of about 4.
And going back to that third down, that another penalty for the Vulcans. That is what has kept Kutztown in this game. They were able to score on their first drive after the penalty on the 4th down play, and that's what has been able to keep the Vulcans from getting off the field early, is that they've just been keeping Kutztown in the game with all these penalties.
There's a play action screen pass. There's a bunch of Vulcans in the play. He breaks a couple tackles and knocked down home by number 42 of the Vulcan is Josh Miller gets there on the play.
And they did a great job at just bringing a couple of tackles there, but the Vulcans forced the receiver inside, forced them into the heart of the defense, and Miller able to prevent it from becoming an even bigger gain than it was.
Blaine is going to set up in the gun, trips near side. Lone receiver on the far. Our handoff up the middle, to Davis McNeil. And he's going to be stopped shy of the sticks, as he's saying that he made it, but the ref's going to mark him down on about a yard and a half short.
The referee on the far side marked him just maybe a yard short, and you can hear the fans under us not happy about that call. But Kutztown, we've seen it already from them today, not scared to go for it on 4th down, especially this, especially just in the middle of the field here.
And the Vulcan faithful coming alive now. Here is quarterback keeper, and the ball comes out. And it's going to be he's stopped or covered by Blaine, but guess what? He stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Vulcans defense steps up big.
Going for it on 4th down, bites him again. That time, the same thing as the last one. Blaine trying to make his way around, fumbled on the quarterback sneak, and at the end of the first half, that time went for the read option and had a lane and maybe could have got the first down, but the Vulcan defense able to swarm closely to him, able to get him down close and able to knock him out. And it looks like the two injured Vulcans in the last possession, Mitchell and McCann, both coming out here on offense, and both look to seem relatively good now as they make their way out there.
So the Vulcans with a little extra pep in their step now after that. Mitchell hands it off to McCann and stopped in the backfield, but he's going to reach the back to the line of scrimmage. It'll still be 2nd and 10 and at the 50-yard line. As we tick down under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And going back to that defensive stop from the Vulcans, those are the kind of plays that your team needs to win football games. You need to be able to get down and gritty and able to force stops when you need them. And that time, able to find the stop on Blaine, and the Vulcans offense back out there again.
Mitchell, two receivers on the near side, a lone running back, fakes the handoff. Steps up in the pocket. It finds Cam Tarrant and going across the field. Hold for a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and manageable here for the Vulcans now.
Another big hit by the Kutztown defense. Tarrant doing a good job at holding on to the ball and not letting that big hit shy him away from going out and trying to make that catch. And like you said, it's going to be a 3rd and manageable here for California.
Mitchell doesn't like what he sees. He stops and looks back to the sideline for another call. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, about a minute and a half left. Mitchell takes a snap, drops back, looks for a receiver, or throws it across the field, and Tarrant was the intended receiver. He was looking for that one. Tarrant and Barkin looking for a call on that one, but they're going to bring out the punting unit for the Vulcans.
The secondary for Kutztown doing a great job at just covering the sticks, making sure the Vulcans unable to get there. I believe Mitchell had the running back Devontae Williams just going out there at the last second. Could have maybe tried to find him and have Williams fight for the first down, but try to fit it into Tarrant, try to fit in that tight window. But the Kutztown defense able to swarm and able to force the Vulcans offense off the field.
Rosensteel back to kick it away for the Vulcan, and he'll take it. And beautiful ball. As that one's going to fall just inside the 5. A fair catch was called as Lloyd, he thought he was just looking to shade himself. from the sun and was getting ready to start running, but the refs are going to say he's down around on the 2-yard line. So if I'm the Vulcans, and I'm looking to bring the house on this one.
Vulcans, a great punt by Rosenstiel, able to pin him back, but I kind of thought that Lloyd was going to let that one go and try to let that one go back for a touchback, but decides to fair catch that one and pins his team back very deep into their own onto their own side of the field. So they got to do a great job. And like we talked about earlier, the PSAC loves safeties, so maybe we can see one here.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we did the way this defense has been playing for the Vulcans thus far. Blaine under center. Snap, handoff off up the middle. Oh, and Davis is going to break free, and he's going to get a couple of yards and then some into the Vulcan secondary as it's a gain of about 7.
Just gives some breathing room here for the Golden Bears. They just able to find that one right up the middle. The hole opened up for Davis, able to work his way through it. And now Kutztown find themselves with a little bit more room to work with.
Blaine sends a man in motion. And 2 receivers on the near side, hands it off to Davis McNeil again. And he jumps out, he's across the 20, he's across the 30 to 40, he's got a blocker. And he's off to the foot races as he's got a swarm of Vulcans chasing him down, and he's going to be brought down and knocked out of bounds by Solomon Jr. Hold everything. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like the linesman down here said he stepped out of bounds, so what could have been like a 60, 70-yard run is going to get called down at the 31. This linesman on our close side said he stepped out.
And the Kutztown faithful not too happy about that one. I even missed that one. I didn't hear the whistle because of all the noise. But evidently it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the Kutztown 33. That's got to be a momentum killer.
Yeah, I mean, they thought it was going to be a huge run, and it was. He was able to get some good space. Looks like the Vulcans will call a timeout, but it was very close. It was as he was coming up this near side to us, and I'm not quite sure. I couldn't see from here if he stepped out or not, but that linesman had a better view of it, I guess, and it looks like he just stepped out.
So, 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Vulcans lead it at 13-7, and what thought was going to be a 65-yard run is now called back to about a 15, 20-yarder.
Yeah, the Vulcans catch another break there, because if that's the run that it needed to be, and that's the one time so far this game that this Vulcan defense just let it slip there. They've been terrific in the run game, just pretty much stopping it dead in its tracks. But that time, Davis able to work his way outside, able to break free, and able to get the blocks from the wide receivers on the outside. But unfortunate for Kutztown, is unable to catch a break this time, and as he stepped out of bounds, I guess, at the 31-yard line.
Taking a look at a couple of scores around the PSAC. Gannon extending that lead 16-3. Shepherd 35-7 over Edinburgh. 21-7. Slippery Rock leads Mercyhurst right now. As we get back underway here, Blaine takes the snap, fakes the handoff off, pressure in his face, looks for a man downfield and brings it in. And for the Kutztown first down, that'll be number 16. And Jake Nova on the catch, or Jake Novak, excuse me. That'll be one of the few completions for
California 13, the Golden Bears.
For Kutztown. So at the end of the third, it's the Vulcans 13, Kutztown 7. I'll get a moment here. Our new sponsor here at CUTV, Haunted Hills Estate Screen Park, your premier haunted attraction in the Pittsburgh area, located just off of Route 119 in Uniontown, right off the Gallatin Avenue exit, with 2 new haunted houses is in the Twisted Nightmare, or Experiment 31, and Paintball the House, also the trail, all with its Ford attractions, is the Corn Maze, the Midway, and more. Get your tickets now at HauntedHillsEstateScreenPark.com. or you can buy them at the gate. The opening night is this Friday, September 15th. Don't miss it.
I'm going to give another quick shout out to our split crew over at the Convocation Center in California, covering the women's volleyball game as they take on Shepherd once again this week. So a huge shout out to them. There's a lot of them, it's their first time pretty much by themselves, and we have two first-time commentators, and Nate and JJ. So good luck to them, and congratulations to them as they're going to do their first game.
Yeah, good luck to those guys. I remember I was nervous for my first broadcast, so good luck to you guys out there. As we get ready to get back underway here. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter on this one. And Noah Mitchell will still with the passing attempt here right now. Looking to break the all-time passing yards record. As they hand that one off. As Davis spins around and gets into the secondary and is close to that first down marker. And they're going to say he got it and then some. The first play of the fourth quarter, Kutztown jumps onto another first down.
Davis just so shifty, able to work his way back and forth through the Vulcan defense, and then was able to spin that one and try to break it outside, but is brought down, but not after a big gain.
There's another hand off to Jordan Davis. And this time only going to get about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
And this is where the Vulcans defense needs to buckle up. Going into the last quarter of play, they've been terrific all night, but need to be able to maintain and hold it here, and get this Kutztown defense, or get this Kutztown offense off the field.
Blanton sets up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the right. 8 handoff to Davis again, and breaks through the secondary of the Vulcans once again, and for a gain of 4. But it looks like a couple players from both sides are shaken up. And we have a flag on the play.
From Losa, looks like this one will be coming back, and finally Kutztown getting a flag called on him.
Offense, number 75, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's going to be the tackle, all right, and Shernick, as they're going to back that one up, back past the original line of scrimmage, back to about the Vulcan 46-yard line.
And that's where the two teams have been different all game. The Vulcans peppered with flags so far in this one, and there are only a few. I think only one in the first half for Kutztown, and this one costly as that one almost was a first down. And this one could potentially stall the drive out as they find themselves backed up a little bit further.
Playing in the gun, drops back, feels a little bit of pressure. He's going to run. And a couple of late hits, and then going to be finally brought down as he gets back past the original line of scrimmage by number 16. Jack Colecci, he makes the tackle for the Vulcans there. It's going to bring a 3rd down and 7.
Blaine did a great job of breaking the pocket there, able to run forward, use his mobility, but Colecci did a great job of tracking him down and pulling him up just short. So it's going to be another 3rd down and long for Kutztown. But like we said earlier, no stranger to the 4th down play. So this could be another two down drive here.
Blaine drops back, lets it fly down the sideline, and in and out of the hands of his receiver. That's number 2. Curtis Revenell Jr. No flag on the play this time, as Noah Hamlin in the defender on the play there.
Ravenel Jr. had the step on him, had the space, but just couldn't pull that one in. And now the same thing as we saw earlier, they're going back out there for the 4th down.
Blaine, empty set for him. He's going to check down. And here, Coach Dunn and saying, watch the football, watch the football. Doesn't want to give these guys any free yardage. Blaine drops back. And he's going to step up, throw on a run, finds a receiver open, and he's going to run into his own man before he's brought down by Jack Colecci once again.
Kutztown just showing up on the 4th down plays. That time, Blaine able to break the pocket, roll out to his right, and able to find his receiver down the field for the first down. But I've never seen a team so comfortable in these 4th down situations. I've gone for them all day. That's gonna be like their 4th or 5th one so far in this game, and it's gotten them into good spots. Able to get them their touchdown on drive number 1, and it looks like they're pushing for that here again.
Blaine in the gut into Eight's handoff, fakes the jet sweep off to Davis McNeil, and he's going to get flipped end over end for about a gain of 3.
Tackled by Hamlin.
So that'll be 2nd down and about 7.
And the Vulcans just need to keep cool here, know that they got plenty of time, and then know that they need to be able to get the Kutztown offense off the field. Haven't been great so far, but so far in this 4th quarter have been able to string together some good plays and able to pick up some big chunk yards.
Man in motion and hand off to McNeil.
McNeil on the carry.
Well, as it's another carry for about out 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and about out 3 for Kutztown.
72, Noah Silva.
Noah Silva on the tackle there for the Vulcans.
3rd and 3.
Vulcans looking to stand tall here.
Yeah, they need to, and we know this is 4 down territory for them, not uncomfortable with going for it. So the Vulcans need to know that they need to get 2 stops here to get off the field.
Blaine takes the snap, hand off to Davis McNeil, and he's going to get in an open lane and walk right in for the touchdown.
Just a clinical drive from Kutztown, and the Vulcans just shooting themselves in the foot, just haven't been able to get the one final stop that they need to get themselves off the field. And penalties this drive hurt them. Had a few times where they were able to potentially find the end of the drive, but I had a couple penalties haunt them, and it's going to set up for another score for Kutztown.
The Vulcans blocked a kick last week, looking to see if they can get another one here on this extra point try from Kutztown. Kick is up and through the upright. So Kutztown reclaims the lead, 14-13, with 10:41 to go here in regulation.
And that's the first time so far today that we've seen this Kutztown offense really prove to be something. They were able to get the running game going, had a few big runs, and then Blaine did a great job under a bit of pressure on this 3rd and 4th down plays, able to roll out, able to find his receivers down the field for the first down. But that Vulcans defense needed to just get 1 stop, and they couldn't be able to find another. Offense has to go out there and get themselves back on the scoreboard.
So with 10:41 left to go in regulation, California gets the ball back here. There's Jackson goes back to return.
Number 91, Nathan Millard will kick off for the Bears. Number 1, Noah Hamlin. Number 7, John Harper, the deep back for California.
As Hamlin's back there as well. And the kick is away on another squib kick. We remember what happened last time. And this time it stays in play. As Hamlin will make the return. He's got a lane busts up across the across the 30, the 20. And he's going to be brought down around on the Vulcan 38, maybe 39-yard line. And that was a good return for California.
Yeah, we saw he almost was able to break that one loose. Just needed a few more blocks, but Hamlin doing another great job of returning that kick, able to get the Vulcans good field position, just shy of their own 40-yard line. So this is exactly what this Vulcans offense needs, and Noah Mitchell needs to get the Vulcans back into this game.
So here comes Noah Mitchell with the offense with 10.5 left to go in regulation time. And there's going to be a penalty flag on the Vulcans. That's the second time we've had a delay of game penalty against the Vulcans.
Yeah, they've been struggling a lot with just getting their offense out there in time and getting a playoff, because that time they didn't even get out there until there was about 10-15 seconds left on the game clock. So the Vulcans, kind of just lapsing mentally, need to be able to get these plays off quicker, or else they're just going to find themselves deeper in a hole.
So Mitchell drops back, is going to step up, rolls to the near side, finds Daughtry, and they're going to say stepped out of bounds.
Intended for number 81, Eric Willis. Wolf defending.
Mitchell able to evade the pressure, move his way up the pocket, and tried to find Willis on the near side, but just wasn't able to keep his feet in. And the Vulcans now in a 2nd and long, and they just need to just find some sort of spark for this offense.
2nd down and 15 with 10:22 to go. Mitchell takes the snap, drops back, firing, and knocked away by number 5, Justin Holters.
Number 6, Kyle Sapp on the breakout.
Just tried to fire that one in, trying to find Jaquade Jackson, but that one just too high, or just too low. Didn't get it high enough over the defender, and the Vulcans find themselves in a hole in 3rd and 15.
Vulcans looking to do something here. They cannot afford to take a 3 and out here and giving the ball back to Kutztown. Oh, and they got to answer for this momentum. There's the snap. Drops back. Mitchell steps up, and he's going to run, and he's got a lane.
Number 5, Noah Mitchell,
as he will get it back past the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and 9, and so it looks like it's going to be the punting unit coming on here for the Vulcans once again.
Mitchell just find himself in a little bit of open space, but not exactly the fleet of foot runner that you sometimes see at quarterback. Had some space, but was never really going to make it to the first down marker. Tried to avoid the big hit, and potentially with Rosensteel coming out here, having a couple good punts earlier, maybe able to pin back Kutztown and get the Vulcans back the ball with some good field advantage.
Rosensteel's punt and way up there, some hang time, and the fair catch right at the 30-yard line.
About the 30-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10. Hey fans, don't forget the KU field hockey team is in action right here.
So the Vulcans will send the defense out there looking to make a stop this time and get some redemption after that last drive.
They need to. They were just nearly close every single time. Able to force 3rd and longs, 4th and longs even. We saw a couple times where we just weren't able to get off the field. We need them to be able to do that, and so that this offense can get back out there and get some sort of points on the board, so that the Vulcans can take this win late here.
Blaine sets up in the pistol. All 2 receivers on both sides. One receiver on each side, 2 tight ends. Hands it off to Davis McNeil. As he's going to stumble forward for a couple of yards. Gets it close to about the 35-yard line. And Noah Dillo on the stop. 2nd down and 5.
Kutztown just getting more and more comfortable in this rushing attack. It was pretty much nothing in the first half, but now in the second half, have been able to find that spark. That time Davis just took that carry up the left-hand side, got the blocks, and was able to get forward for about 5 before Dillo able to bring him down.
Blaine sets a man in motion. And twins on the near side. He finds Davis on the handoff again, but he's going to be swarmed in the backfield. Oh, and it's going to be a loss on the play. As Gabe Miller and Noah Dillo on the stop.
And if you're Kutztown here, we know that they're not scared to go for it on 4th down. But with this 1-point lead and being in the middle of the field like this, if the Vulcans are able to get a stop here, do you think they actually go for it?
If I'm them, I would punt it away and try to get the Vulcans further back as the clock continues to tick here, or down under 8 minutes now. Blaine trips on the far side, takes the snap, drops back with some pressure. Thrown, and that's over the head of the receiver, and that's a late flag once again. And I'm sorry, but that's a phantom call. I'm sorry. I don't usually talk about the officials, but that one was made up there.
And they're gonna get Noah Hamlin again. Looks like good coverage from both teams, and the referee that was closest to the play wasn't the one that threw the flag. It was the official. It was the lineman further down behind the play was the one that called the flag on that. And it's going to be another time that the Vulcans just unable to get off the field. Another costly turnover is going to give Kutztown is going to keep Kutztown in possession of the ball, because that play, the ball was nowhere. The Kutztown weren't going to be able to receive it.
And that was not a catchable ball. So therefore, that to me, that's a phantom call. Oh, they're going to have to make that up to the Vulcans later. There's the snap. David takes it. It's stumbling forward, or runs into his own man and steps on another one. And as there's going to be an injured Kutztown player down on it right around midfield.
It looks like it's going to be number 43, the tight end, Austin Moyer, going down for Kutztown. But this Vulcans defense has just been so nearly close every single time, just almost able to get off the field, but whether it be just a lapse and letting up a big play, or like we've seen a couple times, just giving up penalties in costly moments. And if they are to lose this game, I'm sure we'll hear about it more from Coach Dunn later on, but that could cost them.
So, while we got a moment here, let's take a look around the PSAC to see what's going on, and if I can get my tablet to work. As that injured Golden Bear is up onto his feet now.
Will be more able to walk off on his own. Hopefully everything's okay with him, but the Vulcans now find themselves in a 2nd and 4, ball inside their own territory. Need to get a stop here.
So Blaine's going to set up in the pistol. 2 receiver. Here's on the far side. Made with a wing on his right. Running back in the pistol formation. Lone receiver on the near side. There's the handoff off to McDavis. And he's going to be close to the first down, but they're going to stop him shy of the sticks. As Derek Cloroboy comes up with the tackle.
Strong feed by Davis, able to just power through there. Looks like they will give him the forward progress for the first down. But Davis able to just find the hole, able to just squeeze his way through and able to muscle his way forward and pick up just enough yards that he needed for the first down.
Blaine and sets up 2 receivers near side, a tight end and a receiver on the far. Are in the gun, one running back to his right. There's a snap, hands off, and he's going to get hit by Gabe Miller. Miller knocked the bucket off of Davis there.
Yeah, Miller sniffed that one out from a mile away, just blew through the line, able to get there, and like you said, just knocks off the helmet of Jordan Davis. Davis obviously seems to be all right, has to come off since his helmet came off, but Miller just did a phenomenal job of blowing that play up.
And somewhere in the stands, Mr. Tovey is excited about that one. That'll be 2nd down and 13 now. All for Kutztown as Blaine drops back. He's going to step up, let it fly across the middle of the field, and cannot make the catch. It's way out of the hands of receiver number 2, Bunnell Jr.
We've seen a couple throws by Blaine today. He just put a little bit too much on it. He had Ravenel Jr. open. Ravenel Jr. had the step on the Vulcans defender, but that one just overthrown. So the Vulcans need to get a stop here on third down.
3rd and a mile for Kutztown on the Vulcans, looking to make a big stop here. .6:20 to go in regulation, and the Vulcans are going to bring the pressure. There goes the ball down the field, and it's caught by number 85. Jerome Cap, the top receiver in that Kutztown lineup, with 6:12 to go in regulation.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times. Cap just doing a great job at forcing some separation, is able to just run up that left-hand side and got the step on his defender. Great ball by Blaine, able to fit that one in there. Now the Golden Bears looking to extend their lead to 8 with 6:12 left here in regulation time.
Number 16, Jake Novak is the holder.
There's the snap. Kick is up and away, and it is good. So with 6:12 to go, it's 21-13, and Kutztown leads it. And here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. John, let's go back through that drive here real quick. As Kutztown started it from their own 30, and then looked like they were going to come off the field, but another penalty to hurt the Vulcans.
And that's just been the story of the game. The Vulcans just haven't been disciplined enough, I guess, and that time just another penalty that kept their defense on the field. Every single time they look like they're about to get off, they have a lapse. They gave up a penalty. They gave up a big play, and it came back to haunt them again. That's 3 times now that the Golden Eagles were able to score a touchdown off of just lapses from this Vulcan defense. And now it's going to be on the Vulcans offense with 6:12 left to play here in the 4th quarter to make something happen, to try to get themselves in the end zone. They also are going to need a 2-point conversion to tie it up.
So, here come the Vulcans once again. And there's the kick, and it's away. It's a deep one. And the Vulcans will take it from their own 3.
Parker on the return.
As we got a couple lanes in Hamilton, and it's going to be brought down, or excuse me, that's number 7, and Harper on the return as we got a flag down on the play.
Down by him.
Holding. Receiving team, number 12.
It's going to be a holding call on Jackson Darty on the return, and again, they're just the Vulcans just doing it to themselves, shooting themselves in the foot, so to speak. After a big return, nearly brought it back to midfield, is going to get brought all the way back. Looks like it's going to be marked inside their own 20. So the Vulcans, with 6:03 left to play, are going to have to go 90 yards, about 90 yards to get into the end zone here.
So, trips on the far side, lone receiver on the near, looks like McCann as the running back once again. Mitchell in the gun and takes a snap and fumbles it, and he's just going to fall on it right there at the 5-yard line.
Recovered by number 5.
Miscommunication in the backfield with Williams this time. Mitchell looked like he was trying to hand it off to Williams. Williams went up to block because he thought it was going to be a passing play. So the Vulcans just having these mental lapses. Mitchell fumbled the ball, able to pick it up, but loses 5 in the process. So they find themselves backed up even more.
And the Vulcans looking to snap this 3-game winning streak of Kutztown. Or excuse me, 2-game winning streak. There's the snap. Mitchell drops back, firing it, and out in and out of the hands of Malik Langley. He once again. Langley's going to be seeing a couple of those in his sleep tonight on the way home.
Yeah, Langley just laid out for that one, trying to pull that one in just before the sidelines, but just goes through his hands and out of bounds. But the Vulcans need to get something here. 3rd and 15 from their own 5. Doesn't look great with only 5:18 left to play. We're in 4-down territory at this point, so we got need to get at least a good chunk of yardage here for the next 2 plays.
Trips Hips once again for Mitchell. As he'll drop back. Steps up. It's going to let it fly downfield. Hold in and out of the hands of Quay Jackson. Jackson normally makes that catch.
Round defending, fourth down.
And looks like Jackson's going to be a little shaken up on that one as he dove out for that play.
I mean, Jackson had it all right there. He had the man beat. He had the beat on the ball, but Mitchell left too much on it. Jackson tried to lay it out for it, but just too far out of his reach, and that's heartbreaking because if he catches that's a touchdown. That the Vulcans are right back into this game, but 4th and 15 from their own 5. I believe they sent the punting unit out, and it's just heartbreak for the Vulcans here.
And this one, and for Rosensteel, it's going to be a quick kick because he's literally standing right there at the back of the end zone.
Rosensteel is in punt formation. Rolling the deep back.
And Kutztown looking to bring the house on this one. And there's the snap, kicks away, and it's a high one, and it's going to bring it back over the 50-yard line. And Lloyd breaks a couple tackles up the sideline and across the 30 to 40. He's only got a couple men to beat. He knocked out of bounds. And there's going to be a couple flags thrown here, so hold everything. As it looked like as Noah Dillo, I think, was on the return there.
Great return, but like you said, we got to wait to see what this flag is going to be.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 24. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
So that's going to put him back over the 50-yard line and back near, so 10 yards from where the kick was caught. So that'll be inside the 40, almost to the 30. So that's going to be down at the 47, or excuse me, 37-yard line. 38.
The Bears will take over.
Just under 5 minutes to go here in regulation time. If the Vulcans are going to need a big defensive stop here to make some noise.
Yeah, they absolutely need to. They got about a little less than 5 minutes left. They still do have 2 timeouts, but I think if you're Kutztown, you just need I think one or you need at least 2 first downs to pretty much end this game. And looks like they're going out there under center, just run the ball, try to waste as much time as possible.
Blaine sends a man in motion and snap, hand off to Davis up the middle. But he's going to be stopped by the Vulcans. That's going to be second down and about 5.
And if there's ever a time for this Vulcans defense to tighten up and just make a play, it needs to be now. We got 4:30 and running here in the fourth quarter. They just need to be able to get one stop and to get off the field, give this offense as much time as possible to make a play.
Man in motion, in pistol formation, twins near side. And there's going to be a flag, and this is going to be a false start against Kutztown. And that looks like what's going to be.
Offense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And that's going to put them back behind the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now, all from the 36.
And this is where the Vulcans need to capitalize here. Kutztown gave them a few yards back, but now the Vulcans need to be able to minimize a gain here or force no gain at all. So to force Kutztown into a 3rd and long. This Vulcan defense needs to come up big here.
There's a snap, handoff to Davis. He's going to bounce to the outside. He's got some room to run, but he's going to be met by a herd of Vulcans. Stop shy of the sticks, and that's going to bring up 3rd down on and about 2.
Number 47, Matt Covey.
Davis, we know they did a great job at just able to find the hole and then bounce it out. Broke a couple tackles on the way, but the Vulcans able to bring him down just short of the 1st down marker, and they need to come up strong here. They need to be able to find a way to get in that backfield, to stop the run from happening and force a 4th down, and we'll see whether Kutztown elects to punt it on after that.
So 3rd and 2, hand off to Davis, and it looks like he's going to get the first down and then some. As the clock continues to wind down here, or to 3:26, as they'll reset the sticks here.
Gain to the 49-yard line. It is a
And the
first
clock
down
will
for the Bears.
start to continue to run here, down to 3 minutes now. Blaine just letting the clock run now. As it's under 3 minutes. There's the snap, hands it off to the back, and bounces to the outside. Davis McNeil, and there's going to be a flag on the play, so hold everything.
Tackled by Hamlin. Marker down.
And so far, it's just been a tale of 2 halves from both teams. The Vulcan offense in the first half, lights out. Had that 1 interception by Mitchell, but besides that, was great, able to pick up 10 points in that first half. But in the Kutztown offense, had pretty much nothing going. But then as the halves flipped, it's completely changed. This Kutztown offense has been able to run the ball very effectively. And the Vulcans offense, especially in the rushing attack, just haven't been able to find anything.
Holding. Offense, number 82. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So holding call, and the Vulcans elected to defer that penalty.
Don't want to give Kutztown another first down opportunity to waste even more time than they already have. So pretty smart decision by Coach Dunn, and forces another second down here.
And in motion, and with trips now. And hand it off to Davis again. Yes, and he'll be stopped right there at the line, and the Vulcans are going to burn a timeout.
Timeout. Cal. No second in the half. 60 seconds.
And we have 2:42 left to play here in the 4th quarter. The Vulcans now find themselves with 1 timeout. This defense in the second half have just had their backs against the wall the whole time. Have almost been able to get off the field a couple of times, but haven't been able to find that last stop. They need to here to get Kutztown off the field, give their offense any sort of time at all. And if Kutztown are able to find at least one first, if they're able to find the first down here, that's pretty much the game.
And the Vulcan. While we got a moment here, let's take a look at some scores around on the PSAC. Shepherd has now extended this lead 41-7. Millersville making it a close one, and over at Gannon right now, 16-10. Slippery Rock running away with this one, 28-7 right now. Bloomsburg is also leading Clarion 14-0. Don't have an update for you on Seton Hill and Shippensburg right now, but we'll keep you posted on that one. But some stats to look at Noah Mitchell right now is at 179 yards passing right now. Also looking to keep that rolling here.
And I'm sure if the Vulcans get the ball back, we'll see plenty more of him. And if you are Kutztown here, and if you aren't able to pick up this 3rd down, I don't think there's any way you go for it on 4th down. We saw them do it a couple times, but you want to pin the Vulcans offense back as far as you can.
Blaine drops back, looking for a man downfield, and in and out of the hands of Hamlet, and that's going to be a first down. And that's going to be pretty much the dagger where it does it for Kutztown, as they'll be 1st and 10 and inside the Vulcan 20.
Yeah, I thought Robino wasn't going to be able to get to it, but able to work his way back in and just get his hands in front of the defender on the outside, and able to catch that one. And like you said, that's pretty much going to be the game here for California.
They're going to wind the clock here. As we're under 2 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Blaine takes the snap, hands it off to Davis. He's going to bounce to the outside. And there's going to be a flag on the play.
Hit by number 42, Josh Miller.
And this has been a game
Marker down.
for the Vulcans that just got away from them. They had the control, they had the momentum, they had everything, but just costing mistake after costing mistake has just forced them, kept Kutztown into the game, and Kutztown doing the better job at capitalizing on the mistakes, and they were able to get themselves a lead, and now just closing things out here will just be a formality for them.
Holding. Offense, number 82. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Kutztown again electing to decline the penalty.
Ball marked at the 17, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 now, with a couple ticks under 2 minutes to go here. We're in regulation. The Vulcans looking to make another stop.
So there's a little bit of confusion between the wide receivers here on the close side, just trying to figure out where they need to go.
They got to hurry. There's under 10 on the play clock. Snap and hand off to Davis, and he's going to jump to the outside, and he's going to be swallowed up by the defense. And the first one to get there is going to be Noah Dillo. That'll be the Vulcans' last timeout of regulation.
Cal, their third and final of the half.
With a minute 50 left to go.
156. 156.
So they're going to put a few more seconds back on the clock for the game to 156. The Vulcans, if they can get a stop here and get the ball back somehow.
At this point, the Vulcans are relying pretty much on Nick Coppolino missing a field goal because they're well within field goal range, about a 30-yard shot for him. So they're going to rely heavily on getting a stop here and hoping that they can either block it or Coppolino misses the kick completely and get themselves the ball back. And if with maybe just over a minute left.
And there's starting to be a bit of a breeze here blowing in towards the press box. So that could play a factor. Or as a kicker, I know you always got to watch the wind. So as we get back underway here, it's 3rd and 6. Tight formation in here for Kutztown as Davis takes it up the middle. Oh, and that's going to be, he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And we can see what Kutztown elect to do here. Coach is coming over here to have a discussion. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out, and never mind. They're going to, looks like they're about to bring on the kicking unit.
Well, it looks like they're going to let the clock wind down here. Yeah, they're going to let the clock wind down here as far as they can. Let it get down to 1 second on the play clock. With 4 on the, get it down to about on a minute 10 left. That'll be timeout on Kutztown.
And then in this timeout, they can just discuss what they want to do, whether they want to. Looks like they will. Looks like the kicking unit is going to come out. So this Vulcan, we've seen stranger things happen. Remember the game, the Cold Bowl last year against IUP, able to get that block punt and the Vulcans able to come back late in that game.
That is still the wildest game that I've called yet at to date.
I mean, like I said, stranger things have happened. So it's going to be all out here on the line. It's going to be Nick Coppolino coming in to kick this field goal for Kutztown. It's up to either him missing or this Vulcan special teams to make something happen here.
So the Vulcans are looking to bring the house on this one, trying to avoid running into the kicker, which would give them a 1st down. Coppolino on the kick. There's the snap. Hold is up. Kick is good.
And the kick is good.
So with 1:07 left to go. Oh, it's 24 or 13.
That makes the score the Golden Bears.
I mean, Kutztown leads it. Here on COTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, your home for the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. So, the Vulcans had a couple chances to get off the field there, John, and then just kept shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I'm sure we will hear more about it from Coach Dunn on the coaches show later this week. But just the Vulcans had the opportunities, they just weren't able to capitalize, and kept Kutztown in this game for so long. The Vulcans had chances to put it out of reach, and they just weren't able to do it, and now find themselves in a pretty impossible hole. 1:07, no timeouts, down by 11. So you would need a miracle here to win this game.
And we've seen, again, we have said stranger things have happened.
Harper and Willis are the deep backs.
Harper and Will was back deep to return for the Vulcans. Capolino coming on to kick. Excuse me, Nathan. And Miller are kicking away for that one, and he's going to send that one and into the end zone. It'll give the Vulcans out to the 20-yard line on the touchback. So no time comes off the clock.
And if this result holds, the Vulcans will match their loss record from last season, already in week number 2. And as we saw last year, 1 loss was all that it took for them to not be able to make the playoffs. So it's going to be a tough battle for the rest of the way here for the Vulcans. The schedule not getting much easier next week, traveling to Shepherd, as we talked about earlier, absolutely stomping in their game. So it's going to be a tough battle for this Vulcans team going forward.
Mitchell in the gun and trips to his on the far side. Aid rolls near side. Aid's going to let it fly, and it's going to hit the dirt, looking for Cam Tarrant. And luckily that one did not find the target, and otherwise it was probably going to be picked off.
Mitchell just hit a little bit late out of play, helped up by a couple of his teammates, but tried to roll out, tried to make something happen, tried to wait for a receiver to get open, but none of them were able to do so. And the Vulcans running out of opportunities here with a minute left.
And Mitchell pleading his case to the referee, calling for the late hit, and he's not hearing none of it. In the gun once again, and Mitchell drops back. Throws it to the far sideline and finds a receiver, and he's going to step out of bounds, as that's number 14, Logan Pfister on the catch. That'll bring up third down and about 5.
Pfister creating separation on that out route, just able to secure the catch, make his way out of bounds, stop the clock. Got 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Mitchell in the gun once again and drops back. And Pfister again, and it's going to get the first down, and that'll stop the clock with 49 seconds, and the Vulcans are going to have to hurry.
Justice on the tackle.
So it'll be first and 10. And Mitchell drops back, steps up. It's going to let it fly. Hit as he throws and finds a man, and downfield. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Intended for number 9, Jaquay Jackson.
Looking for Jaquay Jackson on the play. Hey, they're going to say Jackson stepped out of bounds, but it looked like Jackson waited and brought it in. And
I think he just went a little bit too soon. Just tried to hold his ground as long as possible to keep his feet in bounds to secure that catch, but just started going a little bit too early and made his way out of bounds. And that could have been a big play for the Vulcans. Got themselves some big yardage, but unable to get it.
Mitchell drops back, steps up in the pocket. It finds Tarrant going across field, and he's going to cut up across and it's out around the 49-yard line. And so 34 seconds to go here in the game. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Mitchell rallying the troops, getting them downfield.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of big play here within the next couple of seconds, and the next play or two, because they're running out of time.
Mitchell hands it off up the middle. And up the middle for the first down is McGriff with the first down on.
Hit by number 6, Kyle Sapp.
And they're going to have to hurry back. The Vulcans already in place, waiting on the... And gets the snap, drops back. Mitchell steps up on the run, and throws it across field. Finds Jackson and jukes a couple of players and steps out of bounds with 20 seconds to go. Oh, excuse me.
Down by number 29, C.J. Brown.
So, the Vulcans are going to have to hurry back to the line again.
Gain to the 20, first and 10.
And they're going to spike that one. And they'll stop the clock with 15 seconds to go here in regulation.
And then if you're the Vulcans and if you're no Mitchell, you have to be looking for the end zone on this play because you need to get it in there. You need to be able to score. And if you can score, you need to give yourself some time on the kickoff to recover an onside kick and to get at least one play off. So Mitchell needs to look for the end zone here on this play.
Mitchell in the gun, 2 receivers on both sides. McGriff to his right, drops back, going to step up now. Throws across field, finds Landry, and he's going to be yoinked out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. So the Vulcans here have to go for the touchdown.
That play just took up too much time off the clock, took 7-8 seconds off the clock, and they were only able to get a couple yards. They need to get a touch on there. They need to get it quick.
Mitchell in the gun, trips on the far side, lone receiver on the near. Drops back, looks for a man, steps up in the pocket. It lets it fly. And there's going to be a free play as the flag thrown with 2 seconds to go. This one going to be, I think, against Kutztown.
Yeah, but the problem is they just took too much time off that. They saw the flag go. Mitchell trying to find the back of the end zone, can't find anyone. And it's just, the Vulcans lose at least 10 seconds on that play.
Number 3. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
So that's going to bring the Vulcans down to the 4-yard line now with 2 seconds to go. Going to have to be quick.
But after that, they're not going to have time for anything else. If they're able to score the touchdown here, they're not going to be able to get anything off. So looks like that's pretty much going to be it.
Mitchell in the gun. Drops back, looks for a man, and lets it fly, and it's going to be a touchdown, Vulcans.
Number 0,
Cam Tarrant on the catch.
4 yards for the score.
And that's going to bring it in 24-19 to score. Waiting to see. So that's going to be it. They're not even going to have the extra point.
California, 19.
I mean, the clock ran out at the end of the time, so it's not. The game was out of reach anyway. It's not like the extra point would have made a difference because the time ran out on the touchdown anyway.
And I'm a little surprised at that. Normally, regardless of what it is, they normally have to go for that. But your final score here are Kutztown 24, or California 19. For John Sape, our production crew here that made the trip out here, our producer Gary Smith. I'm John Sakaguchi. We'll see you next week in Shepherd, folks. Good night, California. We'll see you next time.